Today we are going to solve problems using a bar model. So we'll start by reading the problem. Hector, Teddy, and Jim scored a total of 4,670 points playing a video game. Teddy scored 316 points less than Hector. So we know that Teddy has got to be less than Hector. Teddy scored 3 times as many points as Jim. So now we know that Teddy is more than Jim. So my order is Hector's the most, then Teddy, and then Jim. My question is, how many points did Teddy score? So our sentence answer would be, Teddy scored blank points. When you solve problems like this, whoever's the smallest is going to get 1 box in our bar model. So in that case, this problem would be Jim gets 1 box. Okay. Teddy had 3 times as many, so if Jim's box is this big, Teddy needs 3 boxes that same size. Well, Hector's going to be the same size as Teddy, but then he's going to be an extra 316 points. I'm not sure if that's going to be more or less yet, but I have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes that are equal, and then this 316 here. I know that the total is 4,670, so the total always goes over here on the right. And my question is, how many did Teddy score? So I'm going to put a question mark by Teddy, because that's the one we're looking for. So first, I'm going to get rid of the 316 points because then I would have 7 boxes that are the same size. So if I subtract that, I have 4,354 points left for these 7 equal size boxes. So this represents 7 boxes. I'm going to find 1 box. If I find 1 box, then I can find Teddy's 3 boxes. So if I divide 4,354 by 7, that will tell me 1 box. So 622 goes in 1 box. And every one of these boxes is 622. Well, Teddy has 3 boxes. This was 1 box. So now if I take that times 3, I'll know Teddy's score. So Teddy's score is 1,866. So that's his total number of points. Can't fit it in there. It's not working. We'll write it here. Another problem has the cost of 4 belts and 5 ties is $247. Each tie costs 3 times as much as a belt. So right there tells me my belt is going to be my 1 box. So my belt is 1 box. The question is, what is the total cost of a tie and a belt? So we want to find the cost of a tie and a belt. Well, I bought 4 belts. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And I have 5 ties, but each tie is 3 times as much as a belt. So if a belt is 1 box, then a tie is going to be 3 boxes. That's 1 tie. And I have 5 of those. So I'm going to do that 5 more times. So these are my ties, and I have 5 of them. And the total cost of all of this is $247. My question is 1 belt and 1 tie. Well, if I count my total boxes right now, I've got 4 for my belt and then 3 times 5 for my tie. So 15 plus 4 means I have 19 boxes right now that are worth $247. So if I find one box, I can fill it in and find my price for my belt and my tie. So if I take 247 divided by 19, I get $13 for each of the boxes. So one belt is $13 and one tie is 13 times 3. So my tie equals 3 times 13, which is $39. My belt is 113, which is $13, for a total of $57 for a belt and a tie. In this one, we have a before and an after. A florist had an equal number of red and yellow tulips. So I had equal red, whatever that amount may be, and I've got equal number of yellow, and I'm just picking random lengths here. Okay, so these are tulips, red and yellow. She sold 624 red tulips. Then she had 4 times as many yellow tulips as red tulips. How many tulips did she have at first? So my sentence answer is, she had blank tulips at first. Well, after she sold her tulips, she had 4 times as many yellow as red. That means afterwards, red would be smaller. So there would be 1 red box of red tulips left, and 4 times as many yellow means there would be 4 yellow boxes left. So the red that she sold was worth 624 tulips. That means if 3 boxes were sold off, 3 boxes was worth 624 tulips, because that's the sold part. So these boxes must each be worth 624 divided by 3. So 208 tulips goes in each of the boxes. And we want to know how many she had at first. So I can see now that my picture up here is wrong. I really don't need all of these boxes. But I really had 208 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the beginning. So my 208 times 8 would tell me how many tulips she had altogether at first. She had 1,664 tulips at first. You may need to pause the video and go back and look at that if you don't quite follow what I said.